Hello everyone, and I hope you're having a good day. Welcome to a new video updates for Bitcoin price prediction and based on Elliott Wave analysis. So I'm gonna start on the 4-hour chart, and we can see exactly that Bitcoin has been trading or moving inside this channel the whole time. 2 days ago, this price has broke this channel, and the price went outside the channel, retesting again the lower line of this channel, rejecting and moving down for lower prices. What that moves means, is it bearish? Are we already in a bearish? Probably, but it is also common for a wave 4. Okay, so normally when we have an impulse 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are looking for a 4, 5, which is the main 4, it is always preferably that the wave 4 happens outside this channel, taken from the lower 2, 1, and the start of the impulse. So these are the update for the channel and what possibilities it gives to us. Okay, so definitely we are in a wave 4, or maybe we are in a more bearish scenario. However, normally when this happens, we look always for a major retest for the channel before going down for a bearish scenario. All right, so this could be a signal as well. For the 1-hour chart, I have 2 scenarios today, and one is bearish, one is bullish, and of course I'm gonna give the most highest probability of the scenarios that it could happen. So I'm gonna start with the bullish scenario. All right, in the bullish scenario, we have 3 major impulses. I removed one of them because it's not really necessary to have it, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is inside here. All right, and that represents the wave 3. So no need for more complex counting. All what I need is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the orange, and then this becomes a 1, 2, 3 for the green, and we are looking for a major 4 and 5. Okay. So this is what I'm looking for in a bullish scenario. Okay, so what happened yesterday is very important, right? So the movement of yesterday, I was looking for to reach this fib level. Yeah, the last previous videos about Bitcoin were almost all about this fib level at 0.23, 65,100. And finally, yesterday night, in the European Central Time, of course, we hit that fib level. And I made a video yesterday directly after hitting the level, and I told you to be cautious and to not buy directly, even if we hit the target, because we might even go lower. All right, and here we go. We went lower. And then, yeah, what we are expecting now and what we got finally. So finally, now this wave is much more clearer, and this is an expanding diagonal, all right, in 5 waves. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is an expanding diagonal, making a wave A, all right, making a wave A. And we are looking still for a B and a C. All right, the B should be a 3 wave, and the C should be an impulse wave again. All right, so what are my expectations here? Could we go lower even before? Yes. Why? Because in an expanding diagonal, okay, as you can see, the wave 5 has overshoot than the line, right? And it might even overshoot more. Why? Because the normal target for a wave 5 in expanding diagonal is at least the 1.38 to 1.618. So here we go. Diagonal wave 5. Okay, this is for contracting. However, let's put this. I think I don't have the expanding diagonal. It doesn't matter. We're gonna take the zigzag, which should be a zigzag. So it could expand, yes, further until the 1.38. I'm gonna put the 1.38 here. Let's take this one, 1.38. Here we go. And I'm gonna put it in green as well. Okay, I'm gonna remove this and remove the one as well. And we're gonna keep this in green. All right. So these are the target for an expanding diagonal. Okay, for a wave 5. Because in an expanding diagonal, wave 5 can overshoot. Okay, it's very allowed. It's very normal for a guideline. All right. So that's very normal. So expect, yes, to go down further. We might reach directly the fib level, 38 fib level, which is at 63,100. Okay. Next, what I'm expecting is 3 waves up. All right. Could be the 3 waves up from here, yes, definitely, or could be from here also. Everything is possible. All right. So you have to be careful here, of course, what's going to happen. However, what we are looking for is 3 waves up, 5 waves down again, all right? So it might goes up again and with a new impulse reaching the target 2. It depends. It could go even lower. I don't know if that is possible, but it is. It could be. It depends on B. Why I'm saying it depends on B? Because if B goes higher, all right, then the C will reach a higher target, okay? The more higher B is, the more C would be. Why? Because the wave A, all right, and the wave C should be almost the same length, okay? So this is what could happen, yeah, if we got a retracement with 3 waves from here, okay? So these are the expectations. Yeah, this is for this scenario. After having this 3 waves up, 5 waves down, we're looking, of course, for 5 waves up towards the upside with a wave 5. So this was for the bullish scenario. For the bearish one, I'm gonna keep this inside. Okay, for the bearish scenario, what do we have? Okay, here we go. The bearish scenario, as we say here, we have already a contracting diagonal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we have considered this as a 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, finishing this impulse there. Very normal, very good. Nothing is wrong with this impulse. It looks very clean, very healthy. Okay, so yeah, so that might open the possibilities of a bearish scenario now, right? A short term. Let's be honest, guys. So what I'm looking here, yeah, so this could be a leading diagonal, and yeah, we're considering this is as wave 1. Then yeah, this wave 4 is finished, and then yeah, we finish the wave 5. Then very good. What we are expecting then is a downtrend after to reach the wave 2. Keep in mind that we have a huge CME gap inside here, which I showed the last time in my video. I can show you again. So what I'm talking about is on BTC1. Okay, this is the CME gap that I'm talking about here. Okay, it has started directly in the wave 3. Yeah, in the start of the wave 3. And that was the start of the week at the same time. And always when this happens, when we are in the start of the week and we start with an impulse directly, so a huge gap could happen here. Now this gap should be filled, all right? Bitcoin tends always to fill all the gaps that he do, okay? As you can see here, it has reversed and filled the gap. Before here we go, up, down, fill the gap. All right, every time Bitcoin tends to do the same. So what we are expecting is, of course, to fill this gap again. Now, would it do it directly? Possible. All right, everything is possible. And again, that's why there is a bearish scenario there, right? And I'm seeing this as wave 2 all the time, all right? So this is what I'm talking about, just to remind you about this. Going back to our Bitcoin chart here. So this is the CME gap. I took the same price, the same level and everything to watch where and when it starts to fill the gap. Now, what we are expecting after filling the gap could go lower, possible, very possible, because these are the level of wave 2. Okay, the green box is the perfect target for a wave 2, between the 0.618 and 0.78. Okay, and the gap is above this, so definitely we have to close this gap. All right. Once we do this, I'm gonna remove this for for more clarity. What I have here, I'm gonna consider then the movement of the downside. I started with a expanded diagonal, of course, as well. And rather than going in 3-wave B, that is marked as 2. Okay, and what is the difference? It's a big difference, all right? When it is a B and then a C, then we are expecting a upside trend again, okay, because that is considered as correction. But if we got a 1 and 2, okay, which it has no difference, so much difference than a B, because it is also a 3 waves up. It is a correction, and this is a tricky thing in it, right? In a 1-2, we're gonna see a bigger trend towards the downside, okay, in a wave 3. So we are expecting another impulse that it might reach almost, the gap directly, okay. Now, I did this impulse before. Here we go. If that is wave 2, and it might be shorter, I don't know why I put it so high. So what I'm expecting is a bigger impulse, okay, towards the downside, and maybe filling directly this gap. And this is our bearish scenario, all right, guys. So be careful with it. So after having this, we might have a correction, another impulse down. Correction might be here, going there, here we go. And all of that will be considered as A, B, and then C, okay? So that will be like 3 waves down and up. Now, so be careful, guys. Be careful here. The start of this expanding diagonal can be a start of a bigger impulse, okay? Or it could be a start of a correction in ABC and then move up and down, okay? Therefore, it's very tricky here to know what's gonna happen, okay? So be careful. What we are expecting definitely now is 3 waves up. This is definitely what we are expecting, okay? 3 waves up, whether it is wave 2 or wave B, it is 3 waves up. Then after this, of course, we are expecting 5 waves down in both scenarios, okay? In both scenarios, this is exactly what we are expecting, okay? Now, what happens here after? Do we bounce up for a wave 5, or we go down to fill the gap? So that would be the question mark, okay, that we're gonna answer it during this movement. We're gonna test the sentiment, we're gonna analyze the waves and everything happening here, and then we give probabilities. Now, what are the highest probabilities for which scenario has higher probability? I would say, in my point of view, and based on Elliott Wave, the highest probability is not for the bearish scenario, it is for the bullish one. And I have an explanation why. It's not just a sentiment. First thing, it is very obvious that we have reached here the 0.88 Fibonacci level of that high. And when this happens, okay, normally the price tends to go back and take this high. All right, so that is a very fact here that we can base our probability on, that the price might go back and take this high again. And it took the 0.88, by the way, down, if you remember in the other videos. And I told you, okay, the priority is to take the low first and then go up. And this might happen again, okay? Everything is possibility, of course. But this might happen, of course, after a finished correction and then move up, all right? However, I mean, it is very high probability to take this and test this yellow line again, okay? So this is the highest probability, and because also in this scenario, I took the impulse one by one. I counted the impulses one by one, and I found every wave related to this to these small counts. All right, which makes it much more clearer, yeah, that we are still looking for a wave 5. All right, that's why also a second fact based on Elliott Wave. Why bullish scenario has higher possibility, while the bearish scenario, it is all about one diagonal here, that it has took all these impulses together and made 3-way, 4 and 5 as finished. Okay, very normal impulse, very typical impulse as well. It's very healthy again, so be aware. Be aware also that, yeah, that is a possibility for a move down and fill this gap. So anyway, this scenario should happen. Okay, this is the thing. I mean, if you take it from a Elliott Wave and logic perspective, this scenario should happen. Okay, sooner or later. But the question is, are we gonna fill a wave 5 first and then go down? Do you think that it does it worth to or risk for a small wave, yeah, like risk your portfolio for a small wave, and then knowing that this scenario is going to happen sooner or later? So, of course, it's your decision here. I'm just giving you the tip and giving you the advice, okay, but not financial. All right, it's just an advice. Be careful, all right, because until reaching this area here, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen, all right, to be honest. Until, of course, we make new analysis at that time. Okay, guys, so that was it for Bitcoin updates. I hope that you like it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for the channel. That would support me so good. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day. See you in the next video.